Hello everyone, this is the 8th video in my video tutorial series on Unity Editor scripting. Till now we have seen how we can create custom inspectors. These custom inspectors add more functionality and ease of use to our scripts and game objects. But what if we want to create tools that are not limited to any given game object or to its script? What if we want project wide tools? What if we want more advanced tools and utilities in our project? For that purpose, what we have is editor windows. Everything that you see inside the Unity editor is basically a editor window. For example, this console window here is an editor window. You can notice how we can move this console window around. We can even latch it to a particular location. For some editor windows like the inspector, we also have a lock tool which will lock this editor window here so that it doesn't change when we select different game objects. So in this video we will talk about how we can create our own editor windows, which are very helpful for creating tools that can be used throughout our projects and do really advanced stuff like creating a dialog system, creating a node based editor, and even creating simple tools like saving your scene, bug reporting, and counting lines in your project. Next, we include the Unity editor namespace using Unity editor, and our custom editor window class should derive from the editor window class, like this. Now there are two methods of actually showing your custom editor window inside the Unity editor. So the first one is to create a menu button here. So when you come inside the your Unity editor, you can create a menu button here. From that menu button you can create your Unity editor window, or there is a second option is of spawning your editor window using a custom inspector. So you can have a button here which will spawn your editor window. So to create this editor window using a menu button, we write a script public static void show window, and what this function will do is simply call this function get window, and we have to specify which window type that we want to spawn. So in our case it is the same as my first editor window. What the get window function does is that if there are no editor windows of the type my first editor window, it will create the window. Or if your scene already has a window of the type my editor window, for example in this case we already have a editor window for console, and suppose if it is hidden, and then if you call the get window function, it will just make it visible and focus your view on this window. Now to actually link this function to a menu item inside our Unity editor, we can use the built-in attribute menu item. The argument to menu item function is the actual hierarchy of where your menu item is stored. So let's name our menu item tools and my first window. So you can see here the input to menu item is a two string separated by a slash. These strings define where your menu item will be placed. So if the first string is something that is already present inside your inspector, for example if you wrote here window, so your menu item will go inside the window. Since tools was not there, since our first string was is not present by default, it will create a new menu item called tools. And the second string defines the hierarchy in which the menu items are placed. So since now we only have a single menu item, it will be placed inside the tools. We can even create more deeper hierarchies, like let's name it test and test. So every slash will denote a sub hierarchy inside our menu items. So now we have our first window, test, test, test. So when we have a lot of tools, this hierarchy system helps us to separate our different options inside our menu. Let's remove the extra hierarchies and let's create our first custom editor window. So when we come to our tools, we'll have the option, our menu button, which will create our editor window. So here is our editor window. The You can close it from this button. You can still resize it. You can still latch it to a particular location, just like the console window, and you can change the label to this editor window. Once we have created our custom editor window, we will take a look at how we can further customize how our editor window looks. Before that, let's also look at how a particular script for your editor window looks and works. So inside our editor window, the first function is to spawn our editor window. The next function that we have is the constructor for our editor window. So we can write public my first editor window. What this function does is we can use this function for initialization stuff, like uh, how we used our function on enable in the case of our custom inspector. Similar to that, we can use this function for initialization stuff. And to draw anything in our editor window, we will use the function void on GUI. This is same as using on inspector GUI for our custom inspectors. So anything that we want to be drawn inside our editor window will go inside the on GUI function, and this function is used only for initialization stuff. So the first customization that we wish in our editor window is changing the title bar or the heading of our editor window. So let's change the name of our editor window, which is displayed here. So let's change the title bar of our editor window. We can do that by using this dot title content, and this will take a GUI content element. GUI content. Here we are just changing the title string of our editor window. So let's name it custom window for my window. Later what we can do is even change the icon that is displayed here with our name. So like the game has the Pac-Man icon, we can even change the icon for our editor windows. So now when we spawn our editor window, we'll see the title bar or the name of our editor window changes. Now before drawing anything in our onGUI function, I will show you another method to spawn your custom editor window. Now this time from our custom inspector. So suppose our player our player has this custom inspector right now, and we want to add a button in our custom inspector which will then open our editor window. This is useful in cases where your editor windows are tools that are very specific to the game object. Suppose you have a tool to generate a random name for your player, and that tool is inside an editor window. So what you will ideally want is that your tool should not clutter your menu space here, because that tool will only be used from your player script. So in those cases you would want a button inside your player script, and from there you want to spawn your editor window. So to achieve that, what we do is go inside your player inspector class. Like we are right now we are using this player inspector. So we go inside our player inspector class and simply write a button here. So if editor GUI layout, which has the button function, and let's name it create window, and from here we can just call this function. The function to create our windows, we just have to call this function from our custom inspector. So here we write my first editor window and show window. So this function will create a window from our custom inspector. So now we have a button in our custom inspector, and clicking this button will spawn the same window which before that we were spawning from a menu button in our toolbar. Sometimes what happens is that when you are creating your editor window, sometimes it will start bugging out. Suppose something is wrong in your own GUI code, so your this editor window will get stuck. You can't even click this cross button to close your window, and your whole Unity editor will be bugged. In that cases, you will have to go to your task manager and close your Unity project every time. So for those cases, you also ideally want is a close window button, so you don't always have to depend on this cross button to close your windows. So to do that, what you want to do is go inside your custom inspector, and if we want to create a button which will close our just created window, we will create a button, simply name it close window. We just have to make a simple modification for our uh, window creation function. So let's make another function similar to this, and the first function just creates a window and doesn't returns anything. So if we were creating the window from our menu item, the menu item doesn't need a reference to the window that was created. But if we are creating windows from our custom inspector, we may want to need we may want the reference to the window that was created. So what we would do is return a reference to the window that was just created. So it will return of type editor window, and let's name it editor show window 2. Now this function does the same thing as our previous function. It will create a window, but here we are also returning back a reference to the window that was created, so that we can later close or destroy that window. So now coming back to our inspector, to get a reference to the window that was just created, we will create a variable editor window here, and to get the reference to the window that was just created, we will call the second function to create our window. So we will call my editor first window show window 2. So this will also return a reference to the window that was created, and from this reference we can directly close the window using windows.close. Now when we come to our script, we'll have we'll have a button to create the window, and we have a button to close the window. This way, if this editor window is bugged, we don't have to restart our Unity project. Now coming to actually drawing some things inside your editor window. So this process is exactly the same as how you are used to drawing stuff in your custom inspectors. So we can use all those functions that we have been using till now, like the GUI layout system, drawing labels, drawing fields. So everything is permitted, but we have to write them inside our own GUI function. So let's start with GUI layout dot begin horizontal. Just one thing to remember, that when we are writing inside the on GUI function for our editor windows, we mostly use the GUI layout version of our GUI elements. When I told you previously that when we are writing custom inspectors, we mostly use the editor GUI layout version of our GUI contents, because every GUI element like the label and fields, they all have 3 to 4 versions of them. They can have the same version in the GUI layout, the editor GUI, and editor GUI layout. But in the case of writing editor windows, we mostly stick to the GUI layout version of our GUI elements. So we use the GUI layout dot and vertical. Oh, let's make it vertical. Now we can write things similar to how we wrote for our custom inspectors. So let's write GUI layout dot label my first. Let's give some space and a space here, and let's add a button to check how we can add functionality to our editor windows. So if GUI layout, and we will use this button to call a function inside our editor window. So most of the time the functions that you will call from your editor window will be contained inside your editor window class. However, in the case of custom inspector, your functions were written inside the class that you were inspecting, and in this case the function that you will call will be written just here. So let's just write a test function, and what it will do is just call debug.log, just a function to test the button functionality. We will call the test function here. Now these things will be drawn inside our editor window. So let's create our window, and now you can see the label and the button, and this button is using debug.log to send the blah message, right? So this was just an introduction of how you can create editor windows, how you can add GUI stuff to your editor windows, add labels and buttons. And I also told you about how you can create editor windows either by using a menu button or using buttons inside your custom inspectors. I also talked about how you can close your editor windows. In the next video, I will talk about how you can create an actual functional editor window, which will be a bug reporter tool.